Hello, 8th graders, and welcome to Module 1 for the third trimester 2020. This has been quite an interesting year, and I'm super proud of all of you who have kept up with your work. You're still there, you're still doing your best. Congratulations, you have all my respect. And those of you who are really struggling, don't worry so much about it. You got this, you can do this. This is soon going to be over, and we're all going to be probably back to the way things used to be or better. So in this class, we're going to go over some very important guidelines, and I'm going to give you an assignment for this module 1. So let me share my screen with you, and please remember that when you send me your assignments, you have to send them in Word. If you send PDF, sometimes I can change that into Word, sometimes I can't. Why is it Word? Because I need to copy, paste that, and write my observations or my corrections. If you don't send it in Word, you don't get my corrections, and so you won't know what you're doing wrong. So make sure that you send your document and Word format, Word. Let me share my screen with you, and let's get right into it. So we're going to go over a few important issues. The first one is, what exactly is a sentence? Some of you are struggling with that. Let's look at the sentence in the example that I'm giving you. A sentence, as you can see, starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. What's a period? Punto. It's not called a point or a dot. It's called a period. And a sentence begins with a capital letter and ends with a period. And this sentence says, the man walked to his car, comma, which was parked all the way to the end of the lot, comma, when the concert was over. This sentence has 2 commas in it. That doesn't mean that it's 4 sentences. It's 1 sentence, because the sentence ends when there's a period, a full stop, a period. Okay? So those of you who write paragraphs and just fill it with a whole lot of commas and think that those are sentences, that's not correct. Then what exactly is a paragraph? A paragraph is a set of sentences that are grouped together. Look at the example of the paragraph. All the sentences are together. Everybody loves a good story. Stories paint a picture that helps us understand more about human nature and leads us to self-discovery. Stories are the way in which beliefs are passed on from one generation to the next. All my sentences are together, therefore that's a paragraph. If I did this, if I separated this, then that's no longer a paragraph, that's 3 paragraphs. Every time I break the line, I create a new paragraph. That's why when some of you send me a paragraph written like that, it's wrong. In order for it to be a paragraph, all your sentences need to be joined together. Also, please remember that for the last sentence, which is usually in this class, it's the thesis statement of the first paragraph. That last sentence, what comes before it is a full stop, a period, and it ends with a period. So see, here's a period, here's a period. So if I were to look for the thesis statement in this paragraph, it would be that, because there's a period before it and a period after it. If there's a comma before it, then this would not be the thesis statement. Everything before the comma up until the next period would be the thesis statement. So please make sure that your thesis statement has a period before it and it ends with a period. Your sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. Now let's talk a little bit about titles in English. It's different from Spanish, yes. It's a whole different language. In English, you can write titles in 2 ways. You write everything capitalized, as it says there, stories change lives, or you write the first letter of each word capitalized, as it says there, stories change lives. It's different in Spanish, and that's perfectly okay. In English, it's one of those 2 options, okay? So please remember this. Your sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. Your paragraph is a group of sentences, and your thesis statement is the last sentence in that first paragraph. And your title is completely capitalized, or the first letter of each word is capitalized. So having said that, and if you need to go over this again, please do so. Let's go to your assignment. In 8th grade, you're going to be writing persuasive essays this time. A persuasive essay is a writing piece in which the writer tries to convince the reader of his or her point of view. So in a persuasive essay, I'm gonna tell you what I think, and then I'm gonna try to make you think what I think. Some examples of persuasive essays are, zombies really exist. 2, we should stop eating avocados because it takes too much water to cultivate them, and that's actually true. And 3, people who don't read books don't know how to write. Those are examples of the topics of persuasive essays. So here's your assignment, and this assignment is gonna be worth 20 points. So that means that each part is worth 5 points. The first part, you're gonna write an introductory paragraph for an essay that's gonna persuade readers to stop consuming dairy products, sorry. Why did I write dairy? Stop consuming dairy products. What this means is that in my introduction, I'm probably gonna tell people how bad dairy products are. Okay? Just the introduction. And in your introduction, you're gonna underline your thesis statement. Remember that the thesis statement is the last sentence in the first paragraph. And remember what we said a sentence is. A sentence starts with a capital letter and ends with a period. So if this were my paragraph, this would be my thesis statement, the last sentence. My third part of this assignment is you're gonna write a creative title. And one more time, this is how you write a title in English. You either capitalize every word or you've capitalized the first letter of every word. And the fourth part of this assignment is that you give me the word count, including the title, okay? So if I were, for instance, to want to know the word count of all of this, I do like this, and at the bottom of my screen, Word tells me that there are 87 words here. That's the word count, and you're gonna include the title in the word count this time. Those are the 4 things that you need to do in this assignment, and it's worth 20 points. Remember, it's okay to have to go back and listen to the video over again. That's much better than sending him some kind of crazy work where you didn't pay attention to the guidelines. Remember, this has to be done in Word, a Word document. Okay, so if you have any questions, people, watch the video again, or you can email me at itmustbeenglish@gmail.com. itmustbeenglish@gmail.com. Please send in your work. Please do your work. You're gonna have a lot of fun doing this, and trust me, right now it's like, what is this woman talking about? Wait a few more years, and when you end up in the university, you're gonna thank me. Okay, so see you next time. Bye-bye.